running through the house with a pickle in your mouth is textbook misbehaving. Our comrades over at Zappos. We are split 2 games into a 3-game set with the finale. First pitch moments away here in Columbus, Ohio. Nanners victorious Friday. Party Animals bashed their way to a win a night ago. And today, we see who wins the capital of Ohio. The Nanners defensively from left to right in the outfield have Brandon Crosby, D.R. Meadows, and Reese Alexiadis. In the infield, third to first, it's Robert Anthony Cruz, Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, and Alex Ziegler. Behind the dish is Eric Jones Jr., and starting on the mound, Ethan Skujay.
Ryan Cox had 3 trick plays last night for the Savannah Bananas and became the first player on this year's World Tour to reach the triple-digit mark. And for Coxie, he has now done it in back-to-back seasons. By the way, he's got 31 trick plays here in the month of May, the most we've ever seen in a single month from a single player. Alex Ziegler, in 5 appearances at first base, already has 11 trick plays on tour. He is a cheat code at the position. And this is the first start we've ever seen from Rack at third base. He's appeared there a handful of times late in ball games. Now time to see if he's got any trick plays in the infield.
Well, for the second straight ball game, the Bananas turn to a veteran of Team Canada to kick things off on the mound. Ethan Skujay follows up Ryan Kellogg yesterday. Skuj from Victoria, British Columbia, the hardest thrower in Banana Land, has pitched professionally on 4 different continents and is the strikeout king of 2024.
It is great to see Ethan Skujay back out for his 8th start on this 2024 World Tour. Third on the team with those 41 and a third innings pitch. And for Ethan Skujay, a 93 ER+, he's been just a tick below league average. But in terms of all the advanced metrics, they love him out on the mound. Controls his controllables and is yet to allow a home run on this World Tour. Now he is still seeking his first win on the season. He's only earned 8 points and lost 16, so looking to get a little more of run support from his bats in today's game.
Eyeing up the Party Animals lineup now, Reese Hampton back at the top. He will lead off for the 38th time on the tour after 6 straight starts in the 2-hole. Here is Bill Leroy.
2, 3, showtime!
We will start the 2-hour timer to finish up on that Party Animals lineup that disappears. Chase Acuff and Dalton Cornett also due to swing it in the first. Bryson Bloomer cleaning it up. Then Jake Skoll, Noah Fisher, and Jason Swan in the middle. Brunson Ballholm, Jordan Hussein, and Tanner Thomas, the bottom 3. Acuff, the switch-hitting center fielder. One of the greatest hitters in Banana Ball history. A fellow former Atlantic Leaguer. Summer of 2022, Hampton was on the Gastonia Honey Hunters. Last summer, Ethan Skujay, a Staten Island Ferry Hawk. The top independent professional baseball league in the country, pretty comparable to AA, AAA talent. These guys both excelled there.
We saw Reese excel in last night's contest for the Party Animals. 2 hits, 3 runs scored, and 3 trick plays. And here against Ethan Skujay will lead off the ball game by leaving Huntington Park. A leadoff blast for Reese Lightning.
Forget Reese's pieces, he got all of it. What a blast, out to right center. Climbs the 22-foot wall. And 1 batter in. Party Animals up by a run. Hampton goes long bombs away for the 7th time on the tour. And he's back within 1 of Eric Jones Jr. for the season lead.
And if that is not the broadcaster's jinx, I don't know what is. It's the first home run Ethan Skujay has allowed on this 2024 World Tour. And we've seen all season long some incredible batters between those 2 guys. A lot of them either winding up with hard contact from Hampton in the gap or a strikeout for Skujay.
It's taken 41 and a third innings for the Party Animals to take Skujay deep. Here's Chase Acuff. This one's going to stay in the yard. Brandon Crosby attacking, loses his hat, finds the banana ball. And 1 out. We saw last night Drew Gillespie, after 33 innings on the dot pitched this year, gave up his first ever banana ball home run. That was after 33 innings last year, so 66 frames into his banana ball career. He was finally taken to the land of good and plenty by a nanner. Beat Scoojay's mark by nearly 20 innings. But still, Scooge mighty impressive. Boy, if the net wasn't there, that foul ball from Dalton Cornett was headed right to Josh and I. The netting continues to be the bane of our existence. DC3, the extra hitter today after he caught last night. Gets half the afternoon off. 2 for 5, a double, couple runs scored. Works the count full here.
He's recorded 5 multi-hit games here in the month of May. It's really impressive how consistent his bat's been in this 3-hole as he skies this one into the infield. Ryan Cox goes down to his bottom, gives up his mobility, comes up with the first trick play of today's ball game, his 103rd on tour.
113 tries. Nobody does it like the glove magician. Another look here. Parks it right in the middle of the infield dirt and off speed, loan away to Bryson Bloomer. Cleaning it up today for the Party Animals. The tour leader in ribeyes a year ago. Picked up 3 stakes last night, only 1 for 5. But brought his RBI total up to 28 here in 2024 and just 34 games played. Late start due to off-season surgery, and 3 quick outs for Scoojay after the Hampton leadoff homer. The Bananas will need 1 run to tie the first inning, 2 runs to win it here in the rubber match in Columbus, Ohio.
Despite the solo shot from Reese, it's still 3 minutes and 50 seconds for Ethan Scoojay in the first inning. All in all, a pretty good frame.
We saw the boys in black and pink line it up defensively. Left to right in their outfield is Noah Fisher, Reese Hampton, and Tanner Thomas. In the infield, third to first, you see Bryson Bloomer, Chase Acuff, Jordan Hussein, and Jason Swan. Behind the dish is Bronson Ballhome. And on the mound, Sean Fluke.
It's almost jarring to look at this defensive alignment because for the first time in 116 games, Dustin Baber is not starting at second base for the Party Animals. Instead, it is Jordan Hussein who finds his way in that spot after collecting a trick play at third for the Party Animals last night. Baber, unfortunately, feeling just a little bit under the weather. And meanwhile, it puts Bryson Bloomer back at third base with 21 trick plays on tour and on pace for over 50 this season. And of course, we've got to spotlight Reese Hampton once again. Led all Party Animals with 3 behind-the-back snags manning center field yesterday.
All right, control room, let's flex our technological muscles. I'd love to see a sneak peek at the world's slowest race in the bottom left corner as we look at Sean Fluke, Mr. Undeniable, warming up. A tall task, but the folks in Savannah, Georgia, always up to it. Here are the numbers on tour number 3 for Flukey.
Sean Fluke, he's been a tour average pitcher with his 100 ERA plus and continues to be a guy who is pitching to contact, and that's the reason he is leading all starting pitchers, averaging 3 minutes and 9 seconds to get 3 outs this season. Last time out for Sean Fluke, only threw 1 2/3 credited innings on the mound and gave up 3 hits, and really the big blemish on that record was a 2-run homer off the bat of the Bananas' Noah Fisher, who has now moved over to the Firefighters.
The lineup opposing him, D.R. Meadows, Eric Jones Jr. The only 2 guys due up to swing it in the first. Dan Oberst, Michael D. behind him, then Alexiadis, Cruz, Crosby, Olson, Ziegler, and Cox rounding it out. We are blessed to welcome in Sean Fluke on the mic right here in the bottom of the first. Fluke, how are you doing today?
It's about time, boys. Damn, I've been listening to y'all talk for a while now.
Oh, we're long-winded. We apologize. That's what they pay us for. Fun matchup with DR to kick it off.
Right? 71.
Fractured hamate bone. How's it feeling today?
It feels good right now, boys.
All right. All right.
Oh, that's so bad.
That's the last thing I expected you to say.
I'm not kidding. Like it hurts all day long. I step foot on this mound, man. It's time to compete. You know, all pain goes out the window. People are like, you're crazy for doing it. I'm like, man, I live for competition, man. another awful pitch.
People think I'm joking when I say that you're one of the better athletes in Banana Land, but when it comes to darts, ping pong, I'm sure a plethora of other yard games and backyard shenanigans. You're unbelievable.
Dude, I do it all. I do it all.
Mario Kart, you're fierce.
Dude, right now I'm on a heater on Mario Kart.
All right, 2-2, what's the pitch?
I'm gonna go high check at 75. That's down there.
That was low check.
3-2, come on, Fluke. Give him a heater, I'm just gonna give him one. Yep. Yes, sir! That's not even close. What am I saying?
Just wishful thinking, DR.
Oh, come on, boys.
Testing the sprint defense, and
Come on, Fluke.
Hampton not able to get the barehanded tap to Fisher. Party Animals fall 2 defenders short of being able to slap a tag on Meadows. That's okay, he's just the inning tying run. Eric Jones Jr. is the guy you have to worry about, so you'll just hand the ball off to your shortstop.
That's right. After that walk, jeez. You just hit 4 home runs, 400 feet. I don't want to go against you.
That was your first ball 4 sprint given up in May.
Wow. It's a bit windy out here. Come on, hit me a ground ball, please. I don't even know if I'm in the right position. It looks good.
A submariner there from Acuff for strike 1 on the tour leader in homers.
I don't know what 2 is, but that's what. Hey, here we go, Doc. I'm right here, bub. Oh, that's a hard foul ball.
Just a foul ball, just a strike.
What do you mean? This guy's looking at Vince for a call here. Hey, bro, you are the umpire, my friend. Come on, Acuff. Way ahead here, bro. Way ahead!
Good reminder.
I'm right here, Doc. Oh, yeah.
Chopper to Chase.
That's a short side.
Under the leg, nice scoop on the other end from Swan.
This guy can't not make trick plays. Hey, that's too easy.
Trick play number
We're gonna have to talk
59.
here. I didn't know how to get that guy out.
In 70 tries for Acuff.
Man, I almost want him to come pitch again. This guy's just as scary.
Now Dan Oberst.
Hey, dude sleeping over there.
How are we attacking Dan?
Oh man, I'm not really too sure. Sidearm, I know he doesn't like that. Oh, that was hit so hard. We got
Another
guys
trick
everywhere.
play from Chase.
Hey, Cubs, you got one more. Come on, he's gonna make all the outs. Come on, Fluky. Come on, do it for the boys.
Make it 60 on the tour for Acuff, and now you just have to stare down the former Chicago White Sox minor leaguer Michael Vitamin D.
Yeah, I like going against Stevie.
Fun battle.
Look at that, still home, Doc. Look, you're so scared over there. Come on, what are we doing?
Fly ball deep down the left field line and off the wall.
Damn.
Fisher can't make the snag. Deeb will cruise into second with an RBI double. We're knotted at a run each here in the first. That was an ambush.
Ball's going well.
That was a good piece of opposite field hitting.
Man.
You attack him with the first pitch fastball?
Yeah, it was out.
Classic Deeb, not trying to do too much, sends it the other way.
Damn it.
Where did that miss? Where did that miss?
Oh, Vincent Chapman, I love him.
Oh, that was a strike.
That was worse than the other one.
Hey, the outcome's where it should be right now.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, 2-1 to last year's Pioneer League MVP.
That's what I want to hear.
I love to remind you.
Shit. Come on. I'm forgetting the heater. No, come on.
Fastball o'clock. You
So,
bet.
let's go.
Good job, Fluke.
Damn it, man.
I know, buddy, but way to bear down and keep the inning knotted. No! Tanner Thomas dropped the ball in right.
Trick play?
Nope, not a trick play. He just missed it, Sean. Fluky, we can't thank you enough for getting mic'd up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get me off this mic.
All right, see you, buddy. Another look, Thomas, just right off the heel of the glove. That's why you use two hands. Let's get it down to Sam Bauman.
Here we go, guys. Hey, we are up here in the most impressive spot. Guys, isn't this the best spot here? Yeah, guys, this is where you want to be here. I'm having trouble hearing you guys because it's so loud. Not that we're 480 feet away from home plate. It's because guys like Ted here. Ted's hyped up.
All of my friends in lonely places up here in the most inexpensive seat, but we're having the best time.
We're having the best time. Ted said he can see. I think you guys can probably hear Ted. He's been standing up. You know, Ohio. What do you at Ohio Stadium? How do you?
Ohio State chant OHIO around the stadium. I started every game.
He's lying, but I love it. I love the energy we're bringing out here. They say there is no bad seat in all of Banana Land. Can you confirm that?
I can't confirm that.
What do you guys think? Is there any bad seats out? Guys, I just want to hang out with these folks all day. The only thing we could ask, we saw the homer go that way. Could we maybe get these guys a straight?
Come out this way, guys! Hit the ball! Hit him in the head!
Friendly folks out here. We're going to see, who's that, Jake Skoll down there? Yeah, he's going to hit one our way, guys. Biko Josh, just let Jake up here. Guys, tell him to send it this way.
Oh, thank you!
Thank you so much, Sam Bauman. What a fascinating spot to watch a banana ball game. Of course, normally it's the Columbus Clippers, AAA affiliate of the Cleveland Guardians, making a home here as we get to the top of the second inning. That one 480 feet away from home plate up there. That'd be quite a journey for a dinger ball. Oh my! Jackson Olsen bounces it. Alex Ziegler goes behind the back. Trick play 58 for Jackie. Make it trick play number 12 for Ziegler.
Well, Olsen had his momentum taking him towards the bag, decides to go for the bounce pass, and that's excellent work from Alex Ziegler, waiting for that ball to get to him as he is going into the spin to field that one behind the back. A very impressive play, and again, Ziggy already up to 12 trick plays now on the tour.
A dozen, he's only missed one. He's changing the game. We expect him to be at first base for all 9 innings today. Son of a gun, if that guy doesn't have a great chance to break the individual trick play record for a game, which stands at 6. Noah Fisher, the victim of the Ethan Skujay slider. Devastating breaking ball for the first strikeout of the ball game.
Already has a ground out and a strikeout in less than a minute and a half. Very quick work for Ethan Skujay, and a nicely executed slider there that Fish tried to get on that outside portion of the plate. And Bika, you touched on Ziggy possibly gunning for a trick play record in today's contest. Seems very likely if he gets the ability to play all 9 innings in this contest, as Jason Swan sends the 1-0 pitch into the corner in right center. Reese Alexiadis having a hard time figuring out exactly how to play that ball. Nonetheless, a 2-bagger for Jason Swan with 2 outs.
Nobody goes the opposite way better than Jason Swan in Banana Land, or uses the whole field for that matter. We've seen Olsen and Cox do a great job going oppo, but boy, Swanee will place that thing anywhere, and that was some oppo oomph there.
13 hits to left, 18 hits to center field, and now 15 hits to right for Jason Swan. He is a spray chart legend.
Called strike 3, backdoor bender, scrapes the black, and Bronson Ballholm down looking. A goose egg from Skujay. He's retired 6 out of the last 7 he's faced. And the Nanners with an excellent chance to double their lead in the all-important points department. Ballholm not enthused with the call. Let's take a look some of the boys changing uniforms here in Banana Land. Christian Dearman, Matt Wolf, and Noah Bridges all going over to the Firefighters from the Nanners. Garrett DeClue leaving the Party Animals for the boys in red and yellow. The Firefighters making their debut this Thursday here on the Bananas YouTube page at 7 p.m. against the Bananas.
And the Firefighters are getting some great Banana Ball veterans. Of course, they also have added the likes of Matt Malatesta, Dakota McFadden, and Joe Lytle to this squad. And Nolan Daniel, another guy rounding out the bullpen. And so far, they've also added some real former minor league studs to their roster as well. Zach Watson, a former third-round pick in the Major League Baseball draft, and Daniel Brito, an infielder who made it all the way up to AAA with the Philadelphia Phillies.
For Blaine McIntosh and Bradford Webb in there, they've got a handful of minor league experience. And then don't forget Colin Ledbetter, who has been a Banana and a Party Animal. Now he joins the Firefighters. Some Banana Ball veterans coming back. Trey Vanderpool, Parker Nolan, Zachary Bridges, Emmanuel Rosario. I mean, this team is loaded.
And look, when we talk about some of the scrimmages that they've been playing, just the other day played a 21-out scrimmage, and they turned 17 trick plays on the diamond, and they've got some rookies who have really impressed defensively. Isaac Parra and Logan Lacey, who could prove to be two of the slickest defenders in Banana Ball now. And of course, this is a team led by head coach Val Perez, on the USA Baseball Women's National Team, and also a Corpus Christi firefighter. She is an excellent representative of this ball club.
I couldn't think of a better person to be the leader on this team, and the Firefighters will get a Major League Baseball stadium as well, as they'll face off against the Bananas in Washington, D.C. in July. In Nats Park, as Rack chops one to Swan in between the legs, flip to Fluke. Just in time, trick play number 16 for Jason Swan.
Nice, easy play for Jason Swan, making it look so smooth, fielding that one on a couple hops. And a beautiful feed to Sean Fluke, who got off the mound very quickly to retire Robert Anthony Cruz's. Brandon Showtime Crosby now finds himself behind in the count 0-1.
Fluke working lightning fast. Known for his devastating 12-6 curveball. Mixes in a slider, changeup, four-seamer, and a cutter as well. And now 3 straight bad ones after he jumped ahead. Crosby one at bat last night, laced a single. He's back up the middle off Ryan Rodriguez, and we'll take 4 bad ones here from Fluke. He's going to test the Party Animals sprint defense. And Fisher not able to get the flip to Thomas in time. It was the 6th defender trying to pass it to the 7th and final man who had to touch the banana ball before it was live. 2 ball 4 sprints today for the Bananas. Both guys, Meadows and Crosby, have gotten 2 bases.
And we've seen for Sean Fluke in this contest falling behind a lot of batters, which has not helped him out. Where Brandon Crosby's been serving as a designated runner for the Bananas over the past 2 nights. He's trying to utilize that speed to get in a scoring position. It works out for him as Jackson Olsen hacks at the first pitch from Sean Fluke. Chase Acuff will go the short way over to third base, and Bryson Bloomer able to successfully apply the tag. A big fielder's choice out for Sean Fluke and the Party Animals. Great IQ from Chase Acuff there at shortstop.
Heads-up play, knew he had the time, even though Crosby can fly. And good job there by Bloomer, staying with the pop slide from Showtime. So Brandon taking off the bags. Olsen now at first, as Alex Ziegler steps in. No batting gloves necessary for Banana Land's bat trickster, who has become the greatest glove trickster we've ever seen at first base. There's no one even in his wheelhouse there. Going to be a tough play for Acuff. He goes the short way. Nails Olsen at second, and a great job by Sean Fluke to hold serve. No runs in the second. The Bananas maintain their 1-point lead. Not able to add another. And we'll get it down to Maceo Harrison and the fellas as we've got our player dance. How about Mace letting DJ the Invader and Noah Nisnik soak up a little more of the limelight? Just a three-person player dance. That was a delight.
Very impressive work. They do say pitchers are athletes. I think pitchers are dancers as well.
Maceo, just a pro's pro, mixing in some variations of the stanky leg for Niz Nasty. Play the hits, you know?
I mean, play to your guys' strengths.
Correct.
That's just good coaching.
No doubt about it. Josh and I were lucky enough to have Maceo
Things don't go the way you think. So now hitting for your party animals. Number 4, the left fielder. His name is Jason Hussein.
He's as good as they come as Andy Archer taking over for Shark here in the top of the third. Introduces Jordan Hussein as Jason Hussein. I think that will be the theme on hand here for Andy as he pulls an excellent prank on the party animals. It's going to be a sprint on 5 pitches. Hussein not going to test the Bananas sprint defense. It would have been a race between he and Crosby to second base.
Next up for the party animals, he's the first baseman. His name is Travis Thomas. And tonight, fans, he is our donut hitter, and he does that a lot. So when he strikes out, everybody will be receiving a free donut. So let's get our hands together. Donut, donut.
Tanner Thomas, oh baby! Blast that one over the 22-foot fence in right, bangs it off a column, and it's a 2-run shot.
Well, after Andy Archer had told the crowd here in Columbus, Tanner Thomas had a lot of swing and miss in his bat. Tanner connected with the first pitch from Ethan Scooche, and that ball was screaming as it headed out of Huntington Park. A big blast from the party animals right fielder who blows a couple kisses to Andy as he touches home plate.
Who's your daddy?
Now batting for your party animals, he's your second baseman, number 5, Rodney Hampton.
Robbie Hampton now. Also known as Reese Hampton in some circles. Scooje ahead in the count 0-1. Decides to take this opportunity to dance. Olsen, Cox, and Meadows behind him joining in on the boogie. Talk about a teenage dream. Look out! Hampton has to skip rope and will not attempt to steal first base as that one goes to the backstop. Two and one now on the party animal center fielder who led off today's ball game with a home run of his own. Full count. Scooje came in 41 1/3 innings without giving up a bomb. And 2+ innings today, he's given up 2, as we'll get another payoff.
Yeah, we said early in this broadcast, very good at controlling the controllables, but already issuing 2 home runs as well as a ball force sprint that turned Tanner's into a 2-run shot as Hampton continues to foul away pitches from Ethan Scooge, already 7 in this plate appearance between the two.
Thomas up to 4 home runs now on the tour, 2 away from his total a year ago. And Hampton, great plate appearance, works the sprint. He will test the Bananas sprint defense, and he'll be rewarded with 2 bases. Brendan Crosby, the 7th and final man who had to touch it. Hampton clearly in ahead of his tag. How about this? Hilton, Lialios, Acuff, Ponce, and Higgins all coming out to honor us with some synchronized swimming. Oh, and it is a beautiful routine thus far. The boys submerged, Only the feet viewable now. They are in sync. Wonderful flutter of the feet there. Lialios takes center stage. And here comes the number 2 hitter for the Party Animals. That's one of my all-time favorite walk-ups to home plate.
I echo your thoughts completely. Chase Haycup not even going to remove his little swim cap as he puts on the helmet. Comes up to home plate.
Rocking the goggles, too.
By the way, absolute heater of a song to do the routine to. I mean, that guy, whoever the composer,
That's what
there
they
we
call
go.
him. Yep, that's what they call him.
Dude, he knew he was going to come at the people with a heater when he wrote that thing.
The classical tune. I don't think they called composers DJs back in the day. Chad Reese, our coordinating producer, I think just mixed up on the songs, but no one can hear him, so I'm talking to somebody in my head as Robert Anthony Cruz, the voice is in his head, says, hey, let's pull off the first ever backflip catch in the infield.
The pitcher, number 2, his name is
An
Diego
outstanding
Cornet.
trick play from Rack, his 11th on the World Tour. And quite the milestone. We've seen him and D.R. Meadows playing a lot more third base as of late. And it's Rack who's able to beat his backflip brother to the punch when it comes to infielders.
Line drive foul. Cornet with a 2-1 count on him. DR, of course, the inventor of the backflip catch in Banana Land, the first of 4 to do it. Cruz, the most recent addition to that list. Rack has been ripping them at a torrid pace as of late, as that is the 3rd ball for sprint of the inning for the Party Animals. Hampton is going to score easily from second. Cornet, not as fleet of foot, will be content with 1 base on the sprint and his 31st run driven in on the year. Now a 3 spot for the Animals in the 3rd.
Tough to see this lack of control from Ethan Skujay, who entered this ball game allowing sprints to 10% of batters. Normally in baseball, it's not a half bad mark, but in banana ball, when runners can get up to second and sometimes even third
My
base,
final one for the
having a
afternoon.
10% mark can actually
Now
really
batting,
hurt you.
number 7. He plays everywhere. His name is Barnacle Boy Bloomer.
3 sprints across 24 batters faced today, so pretty close to his tour average, 12.5%, but when they're all added up in 1 inning, boy, they become deadly. Mixing a home run there from Tanner Chicken Tender Thomas, and things go from bad to worse. Hot shot backhanded by Ryan Cox. He has no play. Be an infield single for the Boomer. It'll be a tough play in the hole there for the glove magician.
Now stepping into the plate, number 0. His name is Julian Skoll.
Little encouragement there from Archer at the end. He's sick of making up these fake names for the Party Animals. I don't think he was prepared to go 7 guys deep. Certainly the prank loses its luster when the Animals have 3 runs and still 2 guys on base. Skujay trying to find the zone. Skoll says you can have a 3-1 here. Heater at the knees. Still Skoll's count. And that should end the inning. Crosby took a step back. Cox is going to make the call and the catch. And you can't end the inning with just 2 outs. So we'll keep on playing. Noah Fisher, the 8th Party Animal to step up to the dish. Trying to make this a crooked number. 3 runs. There's already plenty of support for Sean Fluke. Wouldn't complain with a couple more, though. Quick 0-2 count here on the Animals left fielder, who struck out swinging his first time. Cornette off second, Bloomer off first. The 0-2. Scooge went back to the slider that got Fisher swinging his first time. Not executed well, though. That one is gone if it's fair. The good news for the Bananas is that one fouled just by a little, though.
Tough luck for Noah Fisher, who's been saying recently that he has been seeing the ball as well as he ever has since coming to Banana Ball, and that's truly been the case. 2 doubles and 2 home runs here in the month of May for the Party Animals left fielder, who's also picking it up in the trick play department as a left fielder as well.
He's worked this count from 0-2 to 3-2. He had 19 homers, and he was the Horizon League Player of the Year in his final collegiate campaign last spring. He's got the pop. Payoff pitch here, fouled off. Ziggy in pursuit, never had a chance. We'll do it again. Sweet slide, though, there from the kid out of Butler, Pennsylvania. Runners will be off again. Fouled straight back. Probably up above the zone, a little too close to take, and if it's that slider, Fisher would have been looking at strike 3. The third payoff pitch. Misses. Front door bender just off the inside corner. Cornette will score from second. Bloomer holds up at third. Fisher stops at first with a 1-base sprint. Second straight ball game with a run driven in. He's up to 22 on the tour. And that's the 4th sprint given up by Scooge here in the 3rd. Jason Swan is the 9th Party Animal to swing it.
And the inning just seems to get tougher and tougher for Ethan Scooge. Was able to jump ahead of Noah Fisher. As the count was run full, it was Fish fouling off a couple of key balls before being able to draw that sprint. But here for Scooge, finally gets out of the frame with a 3-pitch strikeout of Jason Swan.
Down to the field we go.
We got something brand new for you here, Columbus. See, we love heroes here in Banana Land. Heroes like our own Reese Superman Alexiades. And I've got a couple of superheroes in training here. I've got Colton and Jason and their wives, Vicky and Sarah, are over there at second base. And this is a superhero race to see who can be a sidekick for Reese Alexiades. Here's how it'll work. When I say go, these heroes are going to sprint all the way to second base where their wives are. Then they are going to fly all the way to third base and be very heroic and carry their wives home like the heroes they are. Heroes, are you ready? Then let's get out of the way here, Reese. When I say go, it's time. Gentlemen, on your marks, get set, go, fly like the wind, bullseye. Colton is off to a hot start, but Jason's hot on his tail. And now it's time to fly, gentlemen. Here they go. Take flight! Oh, it goes down. Vicky and Colton, they're adjusting. They're making the adjustments, and now it's time to... That one's gonna hurt. I can tell already. But Jason and Sarah have a little momentum. The extension, the wind in his hair. Oh, but they're gaining. They're gaining. We are gonna have a race here. You gotta carry him home. Through the pain. Oh, Colton and Vicky go down, but Jason and Sarah are the winners. Jason is our sidekick for Reese Alexiades. Still a hero through and through. Give it up for Colton and Vicky.
Replay of the big fall at the end. Oh, you're too good, control room. You're too good. What a thrilling race that one was from start to finish.
A super finish, if you will. A super tumble. You can put a lot of supers in front of the series of events that just unfolded.
It was tough sledding when they first got on the wheelie chairs out around second base. Turns out there's a skill and a technique necessary. A balance component needed. I think that will be a repeat offender in the future. That one the first ever I Need a Hero. As Fluky out for his third inning of work, that one a worm burner to Jason Swan. Bounce between the legs. Fluke throws away the glove, grabs the bare hand. Swan with trick play number 2 on the day.
2 tricks in that out for Jason Swan. Very impressive. Not only with the little dribble, but then the Matt Wolf-like feed over to Sean Fluke. Again, showing great athleticism, beating Ryan Cox and Racknow to the bags in today's game.
And that's a good note. Fluke does get the trick play there. He's now 4 for 4 on the tour because he threw away his glove and barehanded it with the left hand. You barehand it with the right hand. We see that in baseball. No trick is awarded. But Fluky going opposite, grabs the trick, and Bloomer between the legs makes it 3 trick plays on 2 outs for the Party Animals to start the bottom of the third.
And now already 10 trick plays in this ball game between the Bananas and Party Animals. Thanks to a couple of double trick plays, and Bryson Bloomer now up to 22 on the tour. And he's one of those guys who's just about every slow roller that's hit his way, trying to go in between the legs, behind the back, do something to continue to rack up more of those trick plays for the Party Animals.
6 trick plays on 8 recorded outs for the bad boys of Bananaland thus far. With nobody aboard and a 4-run cushion, Sean Fluke will stare down his arch nemesis Eric Jones Jr., who has done more damage against him than anybody in the history of Banana Ball. He let Chase Acuff pitch to EJ in the first, induced to Tapper back to the mound. Dangerous spot here for Fluke behind 3-1.
The greatest tidbit to really describe the rivalry between Eric Jones Jr. and Sean Fluke is, heard this from a couple of his Bananas teammates, wanting to know about EJ's success against Fluky as he dumps this single into right field in front of Tanner Thomas. Guys are like, EJ, how were you able to figure it out? How have you been able to mash Sean Fluke in the manner that you have? And EJ looked at all of the guys and said, I don't know. I just got tired of it, guys.
That was a really nice piece of hitting on 3-1 there. EJ normally makes his bacon against Fluke with the long ball, but taking what he's given, doesn't try and do too much. Keeps the inning alive for the Nanners, who need to get 2 more guys aboard. Check that. 1 more guy aboard. As Oberst blisters that one to left. Back-to-back 2-out singles. And if Michael Vitamin Deeb can reach base, then things get mighty interesting here in the third. Michael Deeb bounced one off the left field wall right around the 325 sign, his first pitch he saw of the afternoon. Drove in DR Meadows, tied the first inning, which the Nanners would eventually win, and Deeb 2 for 2. Serves that one to left. Jones will score. And the Bananas do get to bring the innings tying run up to home plate.
Last season, Michael Deeb, only 15% of his total hits went to left field. This season, over 30% of them have gone the opposite way. One of the major improvements we've seen to Deeb's game, and just brings a new element to his approach at the plate, and a tough guy for the Party Animals outfield to try and shift.
The second run driven in of the day. He's up to 28 on the year to lead the Bananas. Reese Alexiadis having a very similar statistical season to Deeb, minus the ribeyes. Reese has driven in 15. Nice night an evening ago, went 2 for 2 before being replaced halfway through the game by Brandon Crosby, as Maceo Harrison goes buck wild while coaching first base. Reese actually walked off the first inning on a fly ball that should have ended it tied at a run apiece. Tanner Thomas made an error on a can of corn in right. Alexiadis won't complain. It brought him to 12 walk-offs here in his rookie banana ball campaign. Fastball. Generous call there from Vincent Chapman. And we'll get a payoff.
A little bit of a late call as Reese Alexiadis is about to step out of that batter's box and head towards first. Try and get 1 or 2 bases on the sprint. Now awaits the payoff from Sean Fluke and is underneath it. This one skied in the infield. Chase Acuff will pop it to Jordan Hussein, and that will earn the Party Animals their first point in this ball game and give Acuff 3 trick plays in this game.
We're knotted at a point apiece with 3 innings behind us. Down to Jolie Chabala on the field.
Children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. To raise awareness and bring families together, we created a nonprofit called Bananas Foster. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating those in the foster care community while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Today, we are celebrating the Herman family. This family has been licensed in Ohio since 2015. In Ohio, there are over 16,000 children and teens in foster care. This family has welcomed over 40 children into their home and are currently parenting 7. Fans, please help us celebrate the Herman family for making a difference right here in OH!
The biggest of possible shout-outs to the Herman family. Natalie and company, true superheroes here in the Buckeye State. As you get a look at a fresh cut on Jared Donaldson. It's officially Donnie Day. The Nanners splitter specialist takes over for Skuja.
Great to see Jared Donaldson take the mound for the Savannah Bananas. For Donnie, this is appearance number 15 on the tour. And the last time we saw him out on the mound, it was actually for a start. And Donnie threw 3 terrific frames, only gave up 1 hit and an unearned run to the Party Animals. Did issue 2 sprints and was not able to record a strikeout, but nonetheless, kept the ball on the ground. 5 groundouts and 3 flyouts for Jared Donaldson. And averaged 4 minutes and 20 seconds to record 3 outs.
Donnie's first foe, as you can see, will be Bronson Ballhome, doing his best Run DMC impersonation. About EJ getting involved. It was a host of characters walking this way, talking this way. Shout out Aerosmith. And Bronny fouls the first offering away. Aerosmith and Run DMC, what a duo.
The duo that nobody was expecting back in the day, I would say.
One of the first and greatest features in the history of American music.
And a collaboration, I should add, that Aerosmith sorely needed at the time.
We'll have music history with Josh in the middle of the 7th. He'll explain the career arc of Aerosmith. One of my mom's friends dated Axel F back in the day. Fun fact, I'm sure everybody wanted to hear that. Oh, Reese Alexiadis rips the tornado catch, contending with his cape behind his back. What a play.
You just saw Reese Alexiadis patiently waiting for that banana ball, and just the way his body was lined up, you got the impression the tornado catch was about to come out of the arsenal. A phenomenal trick play from Super Reese.
We're now up to 12 trick plays on the afternoon. Not yet halfway through the game. We're already past the halfway mark for the banana ball single game trick play record. 22 just set 2 nights ago. The first of these 3 games here in Columbus. Jordan Hussein now was a late addition to the lineup today. As Bryson, check that. Dustin Baber under the weather. Ends his unbelievable streak of starts at second base. Well north of 100. DR Meadows lining it up. He goes behind his back. On the run. Holds on to the banana ball in back-to-back doozies of trick plays to kick off the 4th.
The Bananas outfielders out of their minds right now from a trick play standpoint. Great snag from DR Meadows, still leading all outfielders with 33 trick plays.
Today's donut batter, Tanner Thomas. Soaking it up, he's 2 for 2. And has not wasted any time at the dish. He tattooed a ball off of one of the steel beams well above the 22-foot wall out in right center his first time. 2-run blast for his 4th home run of the year. And now he is 5 for his last 6, going back to a 3 for 4 performance last night.
And it's wonderful to see from Tanner, especially because he entered last night's contest batting below the Mendoza line in the month of May. Feels like he's starting to find that swing once again for the party animals.
Back to the top of the order we go. Reese Hampton, too much launch angle for his 2nd home run of the day. As Meadows will tip it up behind the back on the tip drill. 3 tricks on the inning, all by the Nanners outfielders, 2 from the doctor. They were all incredible.
Everybody here, all 10,000, to get up on your feet because it's time for a very important tradition. I need everybody here to stand
out of his mind.
up.
Trick plays
and
number
we
33
are going to have a
34.
gigantic 10,000 person hey
Still with
baby.
only 3
Let's
missed
get those
on the tour.
hands in the air. Shark, hit that music. Here we go.
Alexiadis, for his part, grabs his 14th and 16 attempts. And just like that, we're up to 14 trick plays through 3.5 innings. There's no trick play competition today. The boys are just juiced up.
And you don't know if it's the day game atmosphere, maybe being able to see the banana ball better without being under some bright lights. Nonetheless, probably the hottest start we've ever seen a banana ball game from a trick play standpoint. And so many different variations of trick plays at that. It's not like you've seen 3 different backflip catches from DR Meadows. Just seeing lots of different things from lots of different guys.
Yeah, that's right, 14 trick plays, none of them have been repeats. Really impressive stuff in a game that's knotted at 1 point for each side. Excellent work from Donnie in his first inning out of the pen. Strands Thomas on first base, induces 3 flyouts. Unique for a splitter specialist. And now the Nanners just need 1 run in the bottom of the 4th to retake their lead in points.
But it's really nice to see such a great defensive frame behind Jared Donaldson, who's kind of been another one of those guys recently experiencing some bad luck, giving up runs that are unearned because of some trick plays missed, specifically with 2 outs behind him.
Dylan Porter will take over for the party animals, so Fluke is done. Just like Scooje, he goes 3 innings. Fluke pitches across 3, will be credited with 2 2/3 because of the Walk-off in the first on the E9. Sean gives up 3 runs, 2 of them earned. And honestly, a heck of a job with a fractured hamate bone. As we got a 2-0 count here on the former Washington Nationals minor leaguer, Robert Anthony Cruz.
And that was likely the reason we didn't see the best command from Sean Fluke in today's game. But nonetheless, I mean, second straight game where it really feels like these party animals bats are backing their guys starting on the mound as Dylan Porter able to find the strike zone. The count now 2-1 on rack, and that's going to be the key for Porter in this appearance, is avoiding the ball four sprint. It's been the big bugaboo this season, and when he's finding the zone, the Bananas are only batting .253 against him on the mound. He's got really good stuff.
High spin rate fastball, sits 92, 93. He can touch 95. Sticks with the gas and gets Rack to climb the ladder. That one up in his eyes. Good start for Porter.
Looked like that fastball from Dylan Porter just continued to rise as it reached Bronson ball home behind the dish. Beautiful execution from Porter and a nice start to his afternoon.
Now he eyes up Brandon Crosby, coming to Banana Land after 2 years in the Pioneer League. Both of which he was fantastic in. Showing off his speed, hits for average, utility guy who you could put pretty much anywhere in the field. He's been all over the place for the Nanners here in his first World Tour. Worked the ball four sprint in his first plate appearance today.
He's worked 2 ball four sprints against Dylan Porter on this year's World Tour. In his other plate appearance, he's able to get a base knock against him.
Fastball misses, just a pinch up right around the letters. Porter not in love with the call from Vincent Chapman. Can't imagine why. That one, much easier one to make. They're working a curveball, slider, and changeup to support the impressive gas he's got.
We're seeing Porter miss with beaters high to these Bananas batters as he does once again. And this was after going behind the pitcher's mound, rubbing a little dirt on the hand to hopefully get a little more control. But unfortunately for the party animals, ball four sprint defense not able to get Brandon Crosby at second base as they struggle with the transfer. And then the banana ball was kicked away by Brandon Crosby. And thought about going for third, but not quite sure. It almost might have been a situation where the umpire was going to rule that Crosby had to stay at second base for kicking the ball away.
Acuff scrambled after the banana ball awful quickly, so Crosby, in the heat of action, ruled the risk not worth it, trying to grab an extra 90 feet. He's in scoring position. One of the best hitters the Nanners have had on this tour. Jackson Olsen will hit into trick play number 3 on the afternoon for Jason Swan as he dances his way to the bag. Now the inning-winning run at third base for Alex Ziegler.
We saw one of Alex Ziegler's first hits this season come against Dylan Porter. A double that actually almost left the ballpark for Zig, so saw him well, and Porter still challenges him with a first pitch fastball that's fouled into the stands. Fans have an opportunity to get it, but that one will not find a hand.
Ziggy now 4 for 14 on the year, hitting just below 300. That doubles in each of his first 2 trips to the dish in his third World Tour. This one spanked back up the middle. Alex Ziegler with his first walk-off of the year. And he puts the Nanners back on top.
Alex Ziegler is proving that he is no longer a guy that you can just blow fastballs by. He comes up to the plate and is ready to hit. Comes up in a major way as the Bananas regain the lead and celebrate with the choreographed dance in front of or behind home plate.
That's right, this is an homage to the No, that's not what it is at all. I don't know what that was. It was a fun dance. Let's get it down to the young professor.
Trashed, and it's a lot of cleanup here, but we're gonna get a head start on it with a little game we call Outdash the Trash. See, I got a couple of dads here. I've got Brett and Dominic and their sons Jake and Angelo are down there in trash bags. Now when I say go, the boys and the dads are gonna go. Dads are gonna run to first base, they're gonna pick up the trash cans while the boys are hopping their way down. They have to scoop up the trash, put it in the can, and race that trash on home. We're gonna clean up this town. Gentlemen, are you ready? Boys, are you ready? And everybody on your mark, get set, go, outdash that trash. Oh, Dominic got a little head start. He's grabbing the can, you gotta push the can with the wheels, fellas. Get it in there, throw that trash in there. Get it in. We're pulling the trash. Oh, he hit the base, and it's a rough ride out there. Brett and Jake are in the lead on a turn. Oh, Dominic and Angelo are gonna go all the way. Dad, is he good? I think he's shaking up. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Outdash the Trash.
Another brand new promotion, and it went well for half of the contestants. Little bump on the head for that youngster. He's not thrilled about his treatment from Dad. Vincent Chapman trying to cheer him up. Right around home plate as Eric Jones Jr. has decided he's sick of squatting. He's just gonna chill out and catch. Well, seated on the John here. Run out of toilet for his throne.
I think it's one of those things where it's got to be more comfortable than the crouch behind the dish. And for EJ, I still wouldn't be surprised if the toilet actually helps him maybe pick some balls behind the dish as Chase Acuff steps in to face off against Jared Donaldson.
Donnie out for a second inning of relief. And a foul ball. Acuff thinking that might be the slider or splitter, diving down into the zone. Ends up behind 0-1. And there is the off-speed, sliding stop by Rack to his feet, across the diamond. It's going to be an infield single for Acuff. An impressive play just to get to that ball. But then the heave across the diamond just a bit high.
Again, we've seen Rack this season sparingly at third base, but this guy was a former minor league infielder. You see an excellent reaction and a great play. Unfortunately, just had to rush the throw, and it winds up a bit high as you're trying to beat Chase Acuff.
Donnie tries to backdoor a slider to Cornette here as Vincent Chapman is working on a clogged toilet behind home plate. Trying his darndest to fix this thing. There it goes, great success. And Vincent will celebrate by dancing. What a surprise. So I'm gonna surprise every successful plunging mission I have for the rest of life.
A job done so well that as Shark was trying to announce Vincent to the crowd, he could not contain his laughter.
Cornette picked up a stake on a sprint his last time. Popped out into a trick play at short his first trip to home. Nice crack at that one. He's still ahead, 2 balls and a strike. Look out! Golly. That one bounced off of Reginald Horton in the back, who is A-OK, but Andy Archer's gonna usher him into the dugout anyway to check on the legend. Count runs full. See if Acuff takes off at first here. He stays put. And that one lifted out to right center. The doctor underneath, back flipping. Doesn't land the flip, but he does make the catch. Gets his third trick play of the day, even if it wasn't a 10 out of 10.
Still an impressive catch from DR Meadows. The more fly balls we continue to see going towards those outfielders, the more confident it seems that they are in recording these trick play outs behind Jared Donaldson. And for DR Meadows, he's a guy who is seeking a 150 season on tour, and normally would think something around 100 hits, 50 RBI, 100 hits, 50 stolen bases. But DR looking for 100 hits and 50 trick plays, which we have never seen in a single season.
Ziegler runs out of room as that one bounces off the netting. 0-2 strikes to Bryson Bloomer, 1 for 2. He has popped out in foul territory, singled his last time up. And we'll add another base knock to his ledger this afternoon. Excellent piece of hitting from the pride of Lexington, Kentucky.
4 of Bryson Bloomer's last 5 games have seen him with 2 or more hits for the Party Animals. And he feels like he has really found his stroke. As of late, said he made a couple adjustments heading into OKC, widening up the stance in his base at the plate. It is paying dividends for the Party Animals.
Where did that pitch miss? Looked awful good from Donaldson. Vincent Chapman may argue high. Boy, a call like that just transforms the at-bat. Now Skoll is ahead 2-0 instead of 1-1. And Donnie working his way back into it with a well-executed heater.
It's a tough call, but you're Jared Donaldson on the mound. Can't let it get to you too much. As Jake Skoll sends this one out to left field. Fans have a chance to grab it, but that one bouncing around on a handful of hands and not caught.
Skoll happy to see Scooje off the bump. He went 0 for 2 with a ground out and pop out against his fellow former Australian Baseball League competitor. Now the count full after another borderline pitch. Does not go Donnie's way. Payoff, cut and a miss. Skoll can't hold up. Expands his strike zone. And Donnie blows him kisses as he heads back to the dugout.
Just couldn't commit to a full swing there against Jared Donaldson. Going high and running that one just a little in on Skoll. Good punch out for Jared Donaldson and a much needed second out. Nice way to rebound again after that tough call from Vincent Chapman to start that at bat.
2022 Peach Belt Pitcher of the Year trying to work out of trouble. 2 men on, 2 quick strikes here to Fisher. And Donnie breaks out a nice bender. Spit on by the Party Animals left fielder.
And again, Eric Jones Jr., despite sitting on that toilet, excellent pick on that splitter, keeping it from being a wild pitch from Donnie. And he knocked over the plunger.
Things you never thought you'd hear on a baseball field. 2-2. That ball drilled deep to left. And foul. Boy, Fisher with his second foul blast that could have been big trouble today. Just a pinch out in front. A foul home run against Scooje. Another 2-2. The count runs full. This is where Banana Ball is so tough. The runners will be off. Ball 4 will score Acuff from second. It could score Bloomer from first. Lined the other way, Alexiadis can't grab it. Play at the plate. What a throw! Acuff is gunned down. A strike from right. Alexiadis with a howitzer. And the Party Animals don't score.
Surprising that Chase Acuff even tested the arm of Reese Alexiadis. Great tag applied by Eric Jones Jr. at the dish. and then he celebrates to the crowd by getting up on that toilet seat, raising his arms like he's Rocky.
Let's get it down to the field for some human target practice. This looks like a good one.
Who is over on top of the third base dugout?
Professor, I have my boy Matt right here and the quad father up there gonna be throwing some water balloons, and you guys are in the splash zone.
All right, whoever gets hit the most wins. Gentlemen, are we ready? Then on your mark, get set, let's make it rain. Oh, next one. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Gotta be on the body, gotta be on the body.
We're dialed in now.
Oh my God.
Dialed in. There we go.
We are dealing over here. Oh.
Oh, go. Oh no.
In the face.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time.
All right. Brad Bond, what do you got over there? What's the number?
We got 8 right on target.
8, you said 8?
8.
Oh my gosh, he's got 8. And we have 16 over here.
What?
Give it up for Roy and Noah Newsnick.
Well, that was a blast, as could be expected. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Bananas up 2 points to 1. Fresh off an immaculate run-saving play by Reese Alexiadis. Commanders just need 1 run here in the bottom half to win their 3rd inning of the afternoon. It's going to be the bottom of the order trying to feed the top. Cox in the 10-hole, then Meadows and Jones Jr., number 1 and number 2 in the order. A change up there from Porter for strike 1. And a line drive base knock. Hampton fires to first, just a hair late. Boy, after we saw the Cannon Super Reese has got, Reese with an S, showing off the formidable arm he's got in center. DR Meadows, a silent batter. Sean Fluke popping up behind home plate, trying to distract the doctor with an air horn.
Go fastball, Porter.
He dares not do it again.
Give him the heater.
It looks like it worked. Long run for Tanner Thomas, but in foul territory, he'll come away with the pop. Cox flirts with tagging up to second while Tanner was celebrating, but heads up throw behind him. Keeps the kid out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania at first.
And that's heads up thinking from Sean Fluke, I would say. Knowing that the Bananas wanted to go silent batter. Besides, hey, you know, best idea would be to sneak behind home plate with the fans and blow that air horn and distract my guy DR Meadows as Eric Jones Jr. laces that one foul.
Helps his buddy on the mound get a big first out with the inning-winning run aboard. The tour leader in batting average retired, but the baton passed to the tour leader in OPS, on-base percentage plus slugging. EJ, the only man north of 1,000. And that one struck well, but straight to Hampton. Makes Jones Jr. 1 for 3 on the day.
And that one not been struck so well. A screaming liner out to Hampton. Possibly could have had an opportunity for a trick play there, but instead decided to catch it in the standard fashion. And Ryan Cox from possibly moving up and into scoring position as Dylan Porter. So check over on Cox at first base.
Cox, 1 steal on the tour. Not known for his speed. Going to be a tough play here for Acuff. Oh, no! He tried to execute the trick, flips it behind his back with the glove. Can't get it to Hussein. And the inning continues. It'll be the 12th missed trick play in 72 attempts from the Animal shortstop. Now the dangerous Michael Vitamin Deeb. 2 for 2 on the day, a double, 2 runs driven in, and leading the tour with his 18 walk-offs. Not the guy you want to see 60 feet, 6 inches away if you're Dylan Porter on an inning that you should be out of.
Yeah, Michael Deeb batting .297 with runners in scoring position. He's always come up clutch in these situations throughout his banana ball career. Has also tacked on 7 sprints with runners in scoring position as well. That's really been key to him becoming the leader in walk-offs in 2024.
1-1 from a man out of Oakland, California. What a job by Ballholm behind the dish. Keep Cox at second base and Oberst at first.
Ronnie Patton, the chest guard, proud of himself for that stop. And this is a guy growing up. Everybody was referring to him as Block Everything Bronny.
You see why right there. The 2-1. Off speed from Porter, another really well executed changeup. And deuces are wild. Trying to pick up his defense. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Gas right on the inside corner. And Porter picks up the big K.
Porter fired up, coming off the mound. Textbook change of speeds right there. You had Deeb out in front with the changeup, and then you decide to rip the fastball right by him as it's running inside as well. Nasty pitch from Dylan Porter.
After a couple looks, let's get it down to the field to Sam Bauman.
Yeah, Vico, Josh. I'm here with the guy who's been called Taylor Thomas. He's been told he plays for the Party Apples. Today, Andy Archer may be going too far. What are you thinking as you walk to the dish and you hear him announce the 10,000 strong Travis Thomas?
Yeah, AJ, he really gives me a hard time all the time. Was it Andrew? Andrew, he likes to give me a hard time all the time. I'm just here to have fun and party.
You think this fired you up? I mean, bang a homer after that. You go get another knock after that. You're about to come to bat again this inning.
Yeah, we're just going to focus on the next at-bat here. I love AJ so much. He's a good guy. Andrew really loves to play banana ball. I'm just worried about the next one.
Our man, Tanner Thomas, ready to get up to bat this inning, guys. And good thing he's not facing AJ.
Tanner Thomas due up fourth here in the top of the 6th inning. One of the greatest responses to both having your name disgraced and the crowd cheering you on, hoping that you strike out for free donuts.
This could wind up being one of the most intense banana ball rivalries that we did not know we needed. A lot of petty talk between Mr. Archer and Mr. Chicken Tender Thomas.
2 of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet. Just don't get them in a bad mood.
Just don't put him in the same room.
Donaldson out for a 3rd inning of work. A nice 1-2 combo there on Swan rather. Fastball, then the slider. And Swan does a good job laying off of the splitter. Jason a double his first time. Struck out swinging to end Scoojay's afternoon. Ended up being 3 Ks across 3 innings, but 5 runs given up by Scoojay as Rack, only chance he had at Swan was a bare hand, and I think even if he picked up that banana ball, the speed of the 5-year man out of Georgia Southern was going to be impossible to cut down at first.
Yeah, there was no question from Jason Swan there thinking that that ball might trickle foul. He was off and running as soon as he made contact. It's a great decision by Rack to try and come up with the barehanded snag, but probably takes a couple more games in the third base position before you're able to come up with those at least 80% of the time.
Hot shot into right field for Bronson Ballhome. He will stop at first as Swan goes first to third. This piece of hitting from Bronny, who came in today leading the Party Animals with his .404 on base percentage, 2 points ahead of Jake Skoll. These are his first 3 plate appearances of the weekend. It's just fierce competition for catching when it comes to the Party Animals. Line drive, diving catch, Robert Anthony Cruz. Boy, he saved at least 1 run, and extra bases are stolen from Hussein.
We mentioned an inning ago, Rack, a former minor league infielder. You see those defensive talents on display as he lays out and robs Jordan Hussein of extra bases. Boy, what a big play that could prove to be for the Bananas here in the 6th inning as Jared Donaldson has a 1-1 count from Tanner Thomas, who might have been hunting Andy Archer in that Bananas dugout.
Thomas with 2 barrels today, a home run and a single. Both of them touched up well. Nice play by our Director of Entertainment, Zach Frangela. Barehand grab right to the chest of Donnie. Bronson Ballhome will swipe second base. Running on the pitch. Picks up his first career steal in banana ball.
Jason Swan had to be very careful there. That ball slightly got away from Eric Jones Jr. Was about halfway down the third base line. Then really nice turn to get himself back in the third base. Could have found himself in no man's land. Tanner Thomas fouls off the 5th pitch from Donnie.
What a 2-strike hack. I mean, once again with the intent to do damage. As he does again, fouls that one up by us.
I think if you're Jared Donaldson, the count 2-2, you've still got a ball to play with. Trying to go with that splitter in the dirt, see if you can get the chase from Tanner. Take a page out of Danny Haas's book with all the success he's had with breakers down Tanner.
Donaldson went with the splitter, just did not execute. And now on the payoff, I would throw a fastball right down Broadway. That's just me. Donaldson tries to backdoor the bender, does not get the call around the top of the outside corner. As Thomas will pick up his 3rd and 4th runs batted in of the afternoon. Puts the Party Animals in a prime position to tie this game at 2 points each.
Devastating time to issue your first ball four sprint if you're Jared Donaldson with 2 men in scoring position, and that stolen base from Bronson Ballhome didn't make things any better, as now the Party Animals infiltrate the stands and are TPing Huntington Park.
Well, the toilet paper flies. Reese Hampton at the dish, was so worried. He clipped his former Gastonia Honey Hunters teammate with the bat there. He did get EJ, but not in any place that hurt, nor with any kind of velocity that could do damage. And then we'll send a high fly to Meadows in center. Eyeing it up, tipping it to himself, and will grab it basket style as he grabs a 4th trick play in the ball game, but that's only out number 2 on the inning. As there's out number 3. Alex Ziegler grabs a trick play, gets it between the legs, and that will end the frame. How about DR? He has tied the trick play record for outfielders.
From Swerve, everybody get on your feet!
And then Ziggy gets in on the action as well as Tanner Thomas.
Stand up, let's do this.
Did not have the right amount of outs in his head. Little Zumba half inning, everybody.
Get those hands up!
Here on a beautiful Sunday. Hope you're doing Zumba with us at home.
Take it up!
All the party animals down on the field getting into the Zumba.
1, 2, here you go. Keep going. Dancing up. Crush.
The boys were practicing this before the game and were absolutely
Now batting Alexiades.
after a couple minutes.
Right here.
And they're going to keep on going with the Zumba as the inning starts and Dalton Ponce takes over for Dylan Porter on the mound.
Great to see Ponce back on the mound for the Party Animals. Pitching for this team last night, it was another scoreless frame for the Party Animals righty. Only allowing 1 hit, also collecting a strikeout in his lone inning of work. He was able to get 3 outs in 2 minutes and 49 seconds.
Couple kids out of California doing battle here in the capital of Ohio. That one chopped. Bloomer attacking, has to shovel it to first, not in time. Infield single for Alexiades after he picked up 2 infield singles last night. He's now 1 for 3 today. Just like that, Robert Anthony Cruz represents the inning tying run. He's got 4 home runs here in his first banana ball campaign. Coming off a tremendous diving catch at third base off a Hussein laser beam. The damage could have been worse for Donaldson in the top half. Perhaps a big reason why it wasn't, as this one hit a mile high. Hampton taking control and has out number 1.
Rack close to getting really good wood on that pitch from Dalton Ponce, but another one with too much lawn chain going with a runner on base and Reese Alexiades, a speedy one. Hampton opts for the traditional catch. Here to get the first out for Ponce.
Nice fastball. Blown by Crosby there from Ponce. Dalton out of Fontana, California. Squaring up against the pride of Mechanicsville, Virginia, as Swan runs out of room and the fans can't make a play. Showtime with a pair of sprints on his 2 trips to home plate today. Ponce does not give up a lot of them. In the driver's seat ahead 0-2 as he checks on Alexiades.
And for Crosby, nobody on the Bananas is drawing sprints at a higher rate than their starting left fielder today. 17% of his plate appearances have resulted in a ball for a sprint. He told us before the season started, very much felt like he was a guy who just tries to maintain a good on-base percentage.
Nice 0-2 pitch. Just a pinch outside there from Ponce. He's got a 5-pitch mix. 4-seam, 2-seam fastballs, change-up slider, and then a big 12-6 hook. Good job there by Crosby, spoiling another well-executed 2-strike pitch. Good to see Reginald Horton back and better than ever after being clipped by a foul ball a couple innings ago.
It has clearly not affected his dance moves at all as Crosby takes the 1-2 pitch and lines this into the left center gap. Reese Hampton plays it well. And that is the key reason why Reese Alexiades is held up at third base by Tyler Gillum. Now runners at second and third, and Jackson Olsen with a chance for a big knock that could possibly tie this inning up for the Bananas.
Crosby with his second double of the tour. Just like that, Ponce in trouble. Sticky situation. Innings tying run on second. Jackson Olsen represents the inning-winning run at the dish. Potts going after him with back-to-back heaters. And for a second straight hitter, he's ahead 0-2. Back to the gas, high fly ball, shallow left. Fisher attacking, Alexiadis preparing to tag. It's just a deke. No reason to get crazy when you're not the run that matters. Crosby on second bases, and Fisher's got a nice arm. That is a big-time second out for Dalton Ponce. He has to get through the hero of the fourth inning, though, for the Nanners. Alex Ziegler 1 for 2. Walked off the fourth with a single back up the middle with 2 outs.
Fisher's another one of those guys still young into his career as an outfielder, but Bananas obviously respect his arm nonetheless.
That is 3 straight 0-2 counts. Ponce doing the majority of his damage with the fastball. And this one rolled through the 6-hole. 1 run scores, the throw from Fisher home. Oh, Crosby kicks the ball out of the glove of Ballholm. Bronson was celebrating, thought he had made the inning-winning tag on Showtime. But the ball kicked out. And we're knotted at 2 runs each here in the 6th. Alex Ziegler, unbelievable.
What a response from the Bananas. And what a ball game for Alex Ziegler. Throwing just his second start this season. We've seen the trick plays. Now we've seen 2 hits and 3 runs batted in. Now Ryan Cox with an opportunity to give the Bananas a 3rd point in the ball game.
Cox has been clutch in these spots, especially as of late. 1 for 2 on the day. So good at using left field to dump balls in. This one is going to be between Hampton and Fisher. And Cox comes up in the clutch again. What a flurry. 3 runs driven in with 2 outs for the Nanners. And they flip the script in the 6th. They're up 3 points to 1.
Clutch batting in the 6th, and it's led by Alex Ziegler. As you saw him going in that Bananas dugout, fired up about the way his team is playing in today's finale in Columbus.
How about the Pennsylvania boys? Ziegler from Butler, Cox from Aliquippa. And they team up for a 1-2 punch. Driving in 3, all of it with 2 outs. The Party Animals led the inning 2 runs to nothing. They lose the inning 3-2. And we will take things up to the broadcast booth because we have a free pair of shoes to give away courtesy of our friends over at Zappos. Welcome inside with Josh Chalevsky, Biko Scala. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with us here in virtual Banana Land. Now, you know the drill, the links in the comments section, the description of this broadcast on YouTube. Fill in all your relevant info, and when it says buzzword, you will put, drum roll please, SEAL. SEAL, that is S-E-A-L, in honor of one of the 2 mascots that the Columbus Clippers have, Lou Seal.
News to me, I thought we were just honoring Seal's kiss from a rose today.
That would be if we're celebrating It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. This is an Arrested Development day, so Lou Seal gets the nod. Rack between the legs, across the diamond. Alex Ziegler behind the back. Gets the tag on Acuff. And what an insane double trick play to kick off the 7th.
It was an aggressive play by Alex Ziegler. And nonetheless, great awareness, being able to apply the tag there on Chase Acuff. That is such a tough out if you're the Party Animal shortstop.
Now Dalton Cornett, it's 2, 3, and 4 against DJ the Invader. as the Party Animals look to mount a couple late inning rallies here with Flavortown on the line. Columbus, Ohio hangs in the balance today. Ryan Cox between the legs. Ziggy will get this one right to the chest. No reason to get too crazy on that one, but 2 outs on 3 trick plays quickly here for the Invader.
On track to record a sub 2-minute inning. The first that we would see in today's contest is already in front of Bryson Bloomer, 0-2 with 1 minute and 22 seconds on the clock.
It's an otherworldly changeup that DJ has. 4-seam, 2-seam, cut fastballs, and a slider, all also in the arsenal. And it's going to be a quick frame. Alexiadis charging in, will tip it up to himself, dive to finish off the trick play. 4th of the frame. And an atmospherically quick top of the 7th for the Invader. Another couple looks at the tip drill from Alexiadis. Let's get it down to Sam Bauman on the field.
The man of the day here, Alex Ziggy Ziegler. Yeah, look, 3 RBIs already, getting the start today, trick plays, and I should watch this.
Crazy. That was wild.
Ziggy doing it here, guys, too. He's not 100%. Missing part of a tooth today.
Yeah, right there. I was balancing a chair on my face earlier before the game started, and it like closed up on me, fell on my face, chipped my tooth. You know, it's only 3rd time in 2 years, but we'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed probably this week. Going home, I'm gonna get it fixed.
So are you playing more loose without the tooth? I'm almost thinking don't get it fixed.
It's like sharp, but I feel all right, man. I feel pretty good.
Tooth sharp, Ziggy's looking sharp. Pico, Josh, back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Sam Bauman and Alex Ziegler, and hello to Noah Fisher. Hey, no worries.
All good, fellas. Just had to let them know I had the earpiece in.
Now, what are you telling to Reese Hampton there?
So I'm pretty much just telling him because, like right here, the sound and everything is a little bit weirder now with the headset in. So just kind of tell him to talk a little bit louder, just so he knows.
You going 1 or 2 earbuds in with us?
I got the right one in right now, so I can hear him out of my left ear.
That's a veteran move, Fish.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Jake Lialios in for you guys on the bump. You trail by 2 points. Nice bender for strike 1 to DR Meadows as the top of the order swings it in the bottom of the 7th. And 2 quick strikes.
Big fan of that.
On the Nanners center fielder.
Wind is swirling out here today.
Which direction is it blowing?
Let me give you a little grass check here.
Real scientific.
Right, that didn't work too well. I mean, the flag's down. Okay, let's just not look at the grass. Let's look at the flags with bulb. Yeah, it's going kind of toward.
Oh, look out! Oh, Taj Porter.
Ugly finder.
That was scary.
Yes, science checks out.
Okay, terrific. So it's blowing in from left center there. 2-2 on Meadows.
How you guys doing today?
Oh, it's been a delightful afternoon here in Cbus.
Love it.
Beautiful weather, exciting ball game. Slow tapper here from DR. Bloomer on the charge, throws it away. And the doctor will stay at first base, picks up an infield single. Now, Fish, we're as close as we come to your neck of the woods here, and it's been a wild homecoming of sorts for you. With the JoJo Siwa walk-up on Friday and then the prank yesterday, can you walk us through it all?
You know what? It's been really awesome. I mean, I've gotten my fair share of banana ball this weekend. I would like to say that I murdered that walk-up.
I agree.
So that was a lot of fun.
JoJo Siwa agrees as well.
She does. Ooh, 6-2-2. We're to see if these boys murder this right now. Shade over a little bit so that we can cover some of where Reese is not at right now.
I mean, I don't think they'll get the repost from JoJo, but I'm sure it'll be a good dance.
I don't believe so either.
When Lialios is at the center, it's always worth a watch. He's got Hussein, Acuff, and Hampton behind him. And this has got to be one of the greatest songs ever created.
Unbelievable. Like,
it's just got such a nice ring to it. Crisp boogie. And a fastball low. 2 balls, no strikes.
Now, Fish, we talk about walk-ups, of course. You had the memorable one last night, the Party Animals pranking you with the lip sync, but you know, we saw a big walk-up from you in Houston, the lights going off in Minute Maid Park. You've entered the ball game on a lawnmower. You've ridden a skateboard into a ball game. What is next for you?
You know what? That is a great question. Ooh. Good pitch. Good jump to the yard. Honestly, it's whatever they throw at me. I kind of was assuming JoJo was in the midst because I've had a lot of comments on my socials about, is this JoJo Siwa? So that one, if I was a betting man, was on the docket, as they say.
And it's not JoJo Siwa, it's Noah Fisher, everybody.
Exactly. This is Noah.
Clear up that confusion.
In case you guys didn't know.
Payoff. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Now, I mean, as a really incredibly skilled dancer myself, I have to commend you for the JoJo walk-up. It was unbelievable.
I did rewatch the broadcast, and I appreciate the good comments on it. That was... oh, no.
Noah on his horse has to play it off the wall and won't have a chance in the world to get Meadows coming in from second.
Oh, man. Who wants it? Who wants it? I see a Party Animal shirt. Will I get it?
The bad news is you guys lost the inning. The good news, you got to make a fan's day.
You know what? Sometimes it is what it is. So I'm amazed at how clear this audio is, by the way. I would like to just point that out.
Let's go. We've got some Grandma Gladiators coming in here. Fish, you are due up second, so we've got to let you go, but in the future, we'll have to hear your first-person experience of the prank yesterday.
Of course.
Thank you so much. Best of luck at the dish.
Appreciate
Have fun, Fish.
Noah Fisher due up second in the top of the 8th inning behind Jake Skoll. Jason Swan will hit it after Fish. There's over 10,000 fans on hand here in the biggest small town in America. Really impressive wave performance. It's cool, you got a quick glimpse of it out in right center field, but folks out on the street have a pretty nice view of the action going on inside of Huntington Park. In all 3 games, they have been lined up at each spot in those little windows into the action.
I mean, it's such a great ballpark for Banana Ball. It's been very fun to introduce the city of Columbus to Banana Ball, and just love seeing all the different people all around this ballpark. Of course, we saw Sam all the way up in those golly stands on the 3rd floor of our building out in left field above the Clippers cargo shop.
That would be the AEP Power Pavilion.
And then you've got this Pepsi party deck across right field where fans are all among that balcony.
Yep, the Pedialyte porch, no free ads. That's just how things are in the world outside of Grayson Stadium. Shout out all the folks up in Dirty Frank's. Sam Bauman was hanging out with them back in the middle of the 2nd inning. Jake Skoll, not wasting any time, will fly out to Crosby on the first pitch of the top of the 8th inning off his fellow man out of the Atlanta area, Austin Krasminski. In to relieve DJ the Invader. And a terrific 1-2-3-7. And here comes our man on the mic.
And for DJ, he threw that inning in 1 minute and 45 seconds. Now Krem trying to possibly record a sub 2-minute inning of his own. As this one's chopped to Ryan Cox, he'll go between the legs and struggle with the transfer. Looks like it was going to be a quick 3 pitches and 2 outs for Krem, but an unfortunate trick play miss for the glove magician.
It's a rare sight. And it opens the door just a crack for the Party Animals here in the top of the 8th. Jason Swan having a nice afternoon, 2 for 3. A double and a run scored. make it 3 for 4. Swanee bringing the hands in. Excellent piece of hitting for the Jacksonville Floridian. 2 men on with 1 down. Nice pickoff there from Krem as Fisher back safely at second. Here's the switch hitting catcher Bronson Ballhome. Krusminski, a 3-pitch guy, 4-seam fastball, circle change, and the slider, which you just saw. Krem got up to AAA in the Los Angeles Angels organization. Finished up his minor league career in the Chicago Cubs farm system. 2017 collegiate Savannah Banana. Back in Banana Land, playing a different version of America's pastime, and he's been excelling at it. Understandable due to the pedigree. Jones Jr. not able to scoop it. Every runner will advance, including Ballhome, who steals first base. And back to third, just ahead of the tag from Cruz is Fisher. Nice snap throw from EJ.
Good heads-up play from Eric Jones Jr., and the fans still have their challenge, and they are going to utilize it. See if Fisher was able to indeed make it back into third base safely.
Terrific. Okay, the minute timer is going. We're not going to be able to tell anything from the angle we had down here. The board's got a wonderful angle. Josh is taking a look at it, as am I. Oh, boy. I'm going to stay locked here on the broadcast replays. I got to look at what we're seeing on the board.
Yeah, from the board's angle, it looks like Rack's able to get hand before it's back at the base.
Let's keep rolling it, though. No, I could not overturn this. I can't overturn this.
Yeah, call stands.
Josh, you thought maybe you would...
For a second.
You would flip that thing, huh? Bang, bang. Really tough play for Paul Ullman to call, the third base umpire, but he got it right. At least we certainly couldn't prove that he got it wrong. It's as tight as they come. Nice quick tag there from Cruz. And now Jordan Hussein with the bags full.
And very good base running all around for the party animals. They see that pitch get away, but Fisher and Swan move up, and Bronson Ballhome also aggressively takes first base, and he is not able to do that if he does not see Fisher and Swan off on that wild pitch from Krem.
It's the first steal of first in Ballhome's career, as this one is chopped to short. Flip to Olsen, 1, the return to first, never a chance. Hussein runs like the very wind itself. And good job getting bat on ball, pushes in a run. Party Animals with a chance now to earn a point in the 8th. Tanner Thomas, have yourself an afternoon. 3 for 3, with now 5 runs driven in, and a ball 4 sprint to boot. Oh, that's right, in his first at bat, he blasted a home run. Reese Hampton trying to add to it and struck well, but right to the mid of Jackson Olsen. Party Animals push two
Columbus,
across.
and we have a very important tradition that I need you to get out.
Push two across in the top of the sixth before the Nanners rallied for three of their own and stole the point available.
A little yellow.
See if the Party Animals can hang on here in the eighth inning. The stars are not out in the sky here above the capital of the Buckeye State, but we'll do what we can to create some artificial stars inside Huntington Park. It's been a wild weekend here on our 14th stop of 29 different cities Banana Ball will visit in 2024. Crowd you look at today, the 331st straight sold out show in Banana Land. Here in the 157th all-time Banana Ball game. The Bananas lead 4 points to 1.
Columbus, we love you so much. Now let's go Banana!
But the Party Animals up 2 runs here in the 8th inning, looking to cut the deficit to just 2 points as Zach Blankenship takes over on the bump.
Zach Blankenship, another man we saw just last night, pitch for the Party Animals, a clean inning of work, 1 hit and 1 strikeout for Blankenship. On 15 pitches, it was a 3-minute and 26-second inning for the left-handers. Got an even count against Dan Oberst.
Part of the lineup for the Nanners, 3, 4, and 5. As this one is fouled out of play and not caught by any fans.
And as we've entered this bottom of the 8th inning, once again, feels like we're on somewhat of the precipice of history as Bananas and Party Animals have combined for 21 trick plays in today's contest and have a chance to tie and possibly even break the record here in the finale in C-Bus.
Oberst, Steve, and Alexiadis due to swing it. As Dan skies this one right side, long run for Tanner Thomas. And the man out of Fleming Island, Florida, just like Blankenship on the bump, longtime friend of the Party Animals, new man on the mound, as out number 1.
And if not for that long run over towards that right field line for Tanner Thomas, might have had the opportunity to go for the trick play if given a little more time, but instead gets Zach Blankenship 1 out as the Party Animals would like to cut into this points deficit against the Bananas and be down by just 2 going into the final inning of play.
Now Michael Deeb, these 2 guys just about as good of friends as you can find on the tour. As that fastball not caught by Baldwin, looked pretty good though. Doesn't get the call from Chapman. As that one's outside, good frame by Bronson. 3-1 on the man out of Davie, Florida. 2 for 3 on the day. And takes the sprint. Does not play on the slider. And is going to test the Party Animal sprint defense. No play at second as Fisher tapping the ball to Thomas, who's the 7th and final man who had to feel it.
The world's tallest hitter, Dakota Stilts All-Britain.
As I'm rudely rudely interrupted by Bananas head coach Tyler Gillum, announcing Dakota Stilts Albritton will pinch hit for Reese Alexiadis. What a spot here. Stilts represents the inning tying run. Just real quick on his fellow four-year Banana, Michael Deeb. He is not blessed with the most speed in Bananaland. I mean, he was a linebacker at Notre Dame. He's not a wide receiver. But boy, oh boy, he pushes the party animals to nab him on second on sprints very often.
And most of the time it comes late in ball games for Michael Deeb when he knows he's trying to either get his team insurance points or if they're playing for behind. He just knows nothing more important than getting into scoring position. I think that's the big change you see from Deeb, from an early inning situation and drawing a sprint to a late game situation like that.
What a battle here. Deeb's going to advance to third on the wild pitch. Certainly an unorthodox strike zone Blankenship always has to adjust to when the 10-foot, 9-inch Nanners legend steps up to the plate. And another foul ball. So these guys exchanging haymakers. Another 2-2 and another pitch spoiled. Swing and a miss. The relentless Zach Blankenship comes away with the strikeout. Bam Bam does it with that heavy two-seam sinker. Be it not normally where he wants to locate it, but perfect for Stilts.
I mean, when you see the eyes lighting up for Stilts on that replay, fortunately coming up empty. And I mean, when he gets up to the plate, usually only looking at one at-bat a game. He's not up there to try and draw sprints. He is hacking, as is Rack on the 0-1 pitch, as this one is skied to Reese Hampton, who tries to go for a tie of the trick play single game record and will unfortunately not be able to handle it. Now the Bananas with a run in the inning and one runner on first base brought the go-ahead run in the inning to the plate and Brandon Crosby.
An unearned run, of course, as it scores on the trick play missed, and Blankenship maybe with a little extra cheddar on the first pitch to Crosby, overthrows it. Brandon's been on base all three times today, 2 sprints and a single. And ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. See if Blankenship goes back to the curveball, which he has used very well so far this inning. Looks like he just took little off the fastball. Just the changeup and splitter in his back pocket as well. That one roped by Crosby, fair down the third baseline. Rack getting the wave around third. Relay from Acuff. Not in time, all the way to the backstop. And Showtime ties the frame. Clutch piece of 2-out hitting.
A massive game for Brandon Crosby offensively today. 2 ball, 4 sprints, and now 2 doubles. And he entered today's contest with only 1 extra base hit on the season. Now with 3, and they've both come in big spots for the Bananas today.
Always nice when you triple your 2-bagger count. As this one tapped right side, Jordan Hussein between the legs, over to first. And we've tied Banana Ball's single game trick play record. 22 combined between the two teams. Here comes the young professor.
The 9th inning. The score is 4 points for the Savannah Bananas, 1 point for the Party Animals. But folks, I gotta tell you something. It ain't over till it's over. That's because in the game of Banana Ball in the final inning, every run counts for a point. That means the Party Animals are as dangerous as ever. On the other side, the Savannah Bananas need just 3 outs to secure a victory today and win the series here in Columbus. So ladies and gentlemen, make some noise, and welcome to the final inning. It's time to meet the ring dudes tonight on the Party Animal dugout, Jake Leonidos. On the Bananas dugout, make some noise for number 21, Jared Donaldson, and number 12, Cowboy Kyle Louise.
Game 44 here in 2024 has reached its final inning. The Bananas with a few two-out rallies today that have really changed the complexion of this Sunday matinee. They lead 4 points to 1 and hand the ball off to the best pitcher in Banana Ball history, Danny Hosley.
Hosley 11 for 12 in saves this season, 34 innings of work, and leading all pitchers on tour with his 2.38 earned run average. Striking out just under 30% of batters as this one lifted out to center field. D.R. Meadows goes behind the back on the deep liner, and we have set history on the finale in Columbus. 23 trick plays.
Game record.
Well, that one didn't last for long. Set on Friday night with 22, 3 more than the previous high mark in Banana Ball history. And here in the 157th game ever played, the Bananas and Party Animals combined for 23 for now. There's still 2 outs that the Nanners have to secure before they can put this one in the W column, and Dalton Cornett has something to say about it. Line drive knocked to right, he's 1 for 4. And the Party Animals 1 man on base away from bringing the game's tying run to the dish.
And it's also 2 records shattered at once as D.R. Meadows has set a new single game record for outfielders with 5 trick plays today.
This one chopped foul. He dethrones Breland Almadova. Bloomer having a nice day, 2 for 4. Couple singles sandwiched in between a pop out and fly out. The dream for the Animals is Bryson gets aboard and Jake Skoll represents the game's tying run. It's nice to have a former first-round draft pick up at the plate with a chance to even things up. Who's hit 5 home runs on the year so far. Bloomer, for his part, has 3. And it will stay that way. This one, a mile high, shallow center. D.R. Meadows lining it up behind the back. Make it 6 trick plays for the Doctor. He extends the Banana Ball record for an outfielder. He ties the Banana Ball record for trick plays made by a fielder of any position. And it's now 24 combined trick plays between the Nanners and Party Animals today.
A historic day for David Ray Meadows. Doing it all defensively for this ball club and having probably more fun than anyone else on the diamond as the Bananas sit 1 out away from winning the city of Columbus, Ohio.
Big 12-6 curveball for strike 1. He bounces another. EJ's mine will be a brick wall behind home plate. He's a scoop machine. Keeps Cornett at first. And Skoll in the batter's box, who has stolen first base once this year. Checks his swing. Did he go? No, says Paul Allman. Skoll 0 for 4. But ahead 3 balls and 1 strike. See if Hosley goes to the fastball, goes 3-1 Vulcan change, or back to the bender to try and steal a strike. He's very confident in all 3 options.
You've fallen behind and you've got a 3-point cushion. I think you just go heater across the zone, and for Haas, missing another one low to Jake Skoll. will only take one base on the ball for sprint as Dalton Cornett moves up to the opposite corner at third.
And now Noah Fisher represents the game's tying run. We're as close as we will get to Fisher's hometown of Madison Heights, Michigan. Is there any more magic left in that bat? He left the yard on Friday night for his second home run of the tour. So far today, 1 for 3, a ball 4 sprint, a run driven in. Line drive, fair down the third baseline. Cornett will score easily. Scholes getting a wave around from Baba, and Fisher jogs into second with a 2-run double that makes this a 1-point ball game.
Just barreled balls all day for the Party Animals. Unfortunately suffered some bad luck. Finally some going his way, keeping this one fair down that left field line. And he's in scoring position as well. Now it's up to Jason Swan. Try and come up big for the Animals. Swanee 3 for 10 against Hosley in 2024.
Which is remarkable, considering how devastating Hosley is on the bump. This one back up the middle. Fisher getting the wave around, the throw from Meadows. In time! A laser beam from the doctor. And the Bananas win Columbus, Ohio.
The fans in Columbus losing their minds. The Bananas all going out to give T.R. Meadows the celebration that he deserves, not only breaking the record for most trick plays by an outfielder in a single game, tying the most trick plays in a game by a single player, but coming up with the game-winning assist to win the Bananas, the city of Columbus. What a beautiful throw home.
They never win.
A special, special day for the doctor.
He records all 3 outs in the 9th inning. And the Nanners survive by a point. They extend their tour lead back up to a season high of 8 games better than the Party Animals. They are 26 and 18, the Animals the inverse. And this coming Thursday night, the Firefighters make their much anticipated Banana Ball debut. It'll be against the Nanners right here on the Bananas YouTube page. 7 p.m. Eastern first pitch, 6:30 p.m. We'll kick off the pregame show. We've got a postgame show and a lot to talk about in just a few minutes. But here's Bill first.
Time to meet your winning squad. Infielder Dalton Malden with entertainers Alex Ziegler and Maceo. Up next, our starting pitcher, Ethan Scooge. And behind the plate, the catcher, number 3, Eric Jones. And for our pitching staff, Cowboy Kyle Louigs, Ryan Kellogg, Jared Donaldson, DJ the Invader, Andy Archer, Noah Nisnik, and Austin Krisminski. And for the boys in the infield, Jackson Olsen, Ryan Cox, Brandon Crosby, Danny Oberst, and Rack Robert Anthony Cruz. And the boys in the outfield, D.R. Meadows, Reese Alexiadis, Michael Deeb, and Danny Hosley. Up next, your wonderful coaches, Adam Byron, Ray Ortega, and Tyler Gillum. Last but not least, waving the flag, the tallest man in sports, Dakota Stilts Albritton. And myself, Bill LaRoy.
absolutely incredible memory-making weekend here in Columbus. We love you so very much. We appreciate you for coming out. We can't say we love you enough. My name is Shark, and with the storms coming in, please get home safely. Columbus, thanks for being amazing hosts. We love you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your weekend and get home safe. Good night.
I could not agree more with Shark's remarks about Columbus, Ohio. What a remarkable city. And Huntington Park, what a brilliant venue for our young sport. That is a fired up Nanners squad down there who takes 2 out of 3 from the Party Animals here in the capital of the Buckeye State. After taking 2 out of 3 in the capital of the Sooner State, OKC, a weekend ago, and they are back up by 8 games. Always worth reminding you that that is the same lead they had with only 9 games to play a year ago. There is still plenty more than that on the schedule, and the Party Animals won 9 straight to steal the 2023 tour from the Bananas. So it is far from over, but this is a very different Savannah Bananas team than the one the Animals assaulted at the end of last year's tour. Welcome inside the booth with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala. Thank you all so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with us here in Banana Land. What a gutsy and historic win for DR Meadows and his Savannah Bananas.
This is one of the greatest banana ball games I think we've ever seen throughout the 156 all time. Very, very impressive. And we saw 21 total runs in today's ball game between the Bananas and the Party Animals, just to tick off the all-time record of 25. And meanwhile, there were still more trick play outs than runs scored in this contest. A banana ball record 24, of course, DR Meadows. I mean, no contest. The showman of the day from today's ball game. 6 trick plays leading the way, the most we've ever seen from an outfielder in a single game, and the most we've ever seen previously from infielders in a game, so tying the single game record by any defender. And then, of course, you add on the throw home to win the game for the Bananas. I believe the R in DR probably stands for rifle, because that guy's arm is seriously insane.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and nothing to add, because DR Meadows, a guy who spent the majority of at least the 4 out of 5 years he spent in college, the final 4 that he spent in college in the infield. His first summer as a collegiate Banana, he was only in the infield, and then he's just so undeniable that we knew he needed to be a part of Banana Ball. There was no openings in the infield, so son of a gun, he said, I can play some center field, and boy, oh boy, can he. It's not just that was the perfect throw home, because it was. It's that he always offers up the perfect throw home, and it is unbelievable how consistent he is in the biggest moments of Banana Ball games.
I mean, if the Bananas had their vote for an MVP at the end of today's contest for this entire 2024 World Tour, I think it would be close to unanimous that the votes all go in favor of DR Meadows, a guy who has batted close to 400 this entire World Tour and adds so much value defensively, of course, with his trick play abilities. But this guy is just a rock-solid center fielder and a guy that he's a must-start guy. You can't not have him in the outfield. And this isn't even the first time that we've ever seen DR with a throw home to win a game for the Bananas. Just last year in the Bananas' very first game against the Aussie Drop Bears, as they were rallying against Matt Malatesta, DR Meadows catches the fly ball in center field, rockets one home, and saves a 3-1 victory for the Savannah Bananas. This guy is clutch in every definition of that word.
And this one even leveled up just a pinch, because he cut down what was going to be the game-tying run at home plate. And when you think about that fact, if you're the Party Animals, oh boy, is it heartbreaking. They had 2-0 leads offensively in the 6th and 8th innings, respectively. Both of them are blown. The Bananas score 3 runs with 2 outs in the 6th inning. The Bananas score 2 runs with 2 outs in the 8th inning. And in that latter example, Reese Hampton could have just gone with a casual catch. He tried a trick play with 2 outs, would have won the inning. It would have been a 4-2 game, which then Noah Fisher with that 2-run double would have tied the game in the 9th inning. But Hampton had eyes on tying that trick play combined record, was thinking about the fans and the entertainment value, and son of a gun, it bites his party animals in the rear end, who were leading that inning 2-0 at the time of the missed trick play.
And for Reese, that decision factored in by the fact that there were 2 outs in that inning. Of course, he trusted himself after having 3 trick plays a night ago for the party animals. Unfortunately, it results in a inning tied between the Bananas and party animals that would really prove to stand up in that final inning. But this was the kind of game you wanted to see between the Bananas and party animals in their second to last game before these guys meet up again for the first time in a gap on August the 1st in Louisville, Kentucky. Just back and forth contest, a lot of offense, and for the party animals today, it's the bullpen that just continues to be their Achilles heel, not able to maintain the leads in innings. And also, I mean, we've talked so much about DR Meadows in today's game, but big shout-outs go to guys like Brandon Crosby, a banana ball rookie, going 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, 2 ball 4 sprints, having the best game of his banana ball career. And, of course, Alex Ziegler, only his second start on tour, and coming up with 2 hits and 3 runs batted in. Those guys powering the bottom half of this order in a major way.
And in the loss, Jason Swan has a 4-hit day. He goes 4 for 5. Tanner Thomas goes 3 for 3 with a ball 4 sprint. Unfortunately, the one blemish will be the missed fly ball out in right field all the way back in the first inning. Would have ended the inning 1 run apiece. Instead, the Bananas get that 1 point that ends up being the margin of victory. I mean, in every banana ball game, it is always a roller coaster ride. There are dozens of moments that you can point to that could be the difference between victory and defeat. And this is an excruciating loss for the party animals, who are now off next weekend and will revisit the Nanners on June 8th in Fenway Park for what is going to be a historic banana ball game for a plethora of reasons. But real quick, before we shut this game down, boy, oh boy, are we fired up for the Firefighters.
It's going to be very fun. I mean, they've got the banana ball veterans coming back and leading this squad. Dakota McFadden serving as the first baseman and also as a coach for this team, helping out Val Perez. Of course, Matt Malatesta and Nolan Daniel going to be guys trying to anchor the bullpen. And you've got Noah Bridges, who you've added. Of course, Joe Lytle, who's going to be behind the plate a lot. Very good banana ball contributors throughout their careers. And then, of course, you've got the new guys, a lot of talent from former minor leaguers like Zach Watson and, of course, Bradford Webb. And, man, Daniel Brito, you can't forget about him, the guy making it up to AAA. It is going to be incredibly exciting. And, again, these guys are practicing the trick plays like nobody's business, and 2 guys that I think fans will have to look out for on the opening debut for the Firefighters, Logan Lacey and Isaac Parra.
Unbelievable day for banana ball. Boy, oh boy, do we have a big weekend of banana ball ahead of us. Before that, drum roll, please. We've got to give away a free pair of shoes, courtesy of our friends over at Zappos. Megan Conley, congratulations on your free pair of shoes. And Josh, you know what? I think it's just one of these days, little matching BTV polos. Why don't you finish it up with a little shout-out of the crew? Let's switch it up for the world.
Yeah, let's go to our crew that is with us here in Columbus this weekend on the first base cam. You know her, you love her. It is Emerson Elmgren, the Iron Horse of BTV, sometimes affectionately known as Freckle, and she is going to get mad at us for that one, but great work today. Freckle on the third base cam. We had Phil Cross helping us out. Thank you for all that you've done, Phil. On the high home, Autumn Imhoff. Great work today from Autumn. On high third, Arch Pongle. Is it Pingle? Is it Pongle? Nobody really knows,
we're
and nobody. Sure. I don't know if we're necessarily trying to figure it out either.
No, it's
on the wireless cam today. It was Zach Ford. Thank you, Zach, for being here and helping us out. And on utility, miking up guys and running all over the place, Hope Peters. Great work this weekend, Hope. And the fan cam today, our guy Justin Gordon. Awesome work from Justin in all 3 of these games. Now we send it to our control room in Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
Our technical director. It is Kylie Sadamka, one of the rising stars of BTV.
The director. That would be the director.
Director.
Big D, capital D.
Yep, my bad.
That's okay.
Kylie, rising star, rookie of the year candidate, probably will be a finalist as well if I have any say about it.
Runaway favorite currently. The Vegas loves Kylie Sadamka when it comes to rookie of the year in BTV. Continue.
And now we focus on our actual technical director. We did not have 2 technical directors.
Just one.
We had had one.
Yeah, just
one technical director, and that would be Griffin Ellis, Griffy Tiger, Griff Dog, whatever you want to refer to him as.
Yeah.
He's the brains of BTV, a wonderful, wonderful lad. Now on replay, how about Keegan Woods? Awesome replays for Keegan today, getting us all the angles we needed for our fan challenge in today's ball game. On audio, it's DJ Squints, it's Cowboy Kel Diggity. It's our boy, Nick Keldy. Great work today, Nick. Excited to see you very, very soon in Savannah, Georgia. On the scorebug, it is one name. You know him, and gosh darn it, you guys freaking love him. It's Kwanzi. I refer to him as the Kwanzmeister, but it's Kwanzi, one name, and that's never going to change.
You love him.
On the stats, it was Mikey O'Connor. Great work today, Mikey, flashing up all the info that the fans needed to know. And on the graphics, working hand in hand with Mikey O'Connor, oh, it's Julia Massey. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Biko.
Yeah.
A 1-2 punch that would rival anybody in the world. Of course, our chat mods, it's just Scott Thompson, a well-deserved off day for Colbite underscore,
Scott,
but
yeah.
we have been so thankful to have Colbite in the building over the last 2 days. Our video legend who is not with us, but we love him dearly. It's Mr. Christopher Sacchi, the Italian rapscallion. Sach Daddy, we're coming home real soon. Excited to see you, big guy. And, of course, our YouTube king, Zach Bro. Biko, some people know Zach as
Zacharias!
That's right, and let's also give a shout-out to another one of our YouTube kings around these parts. It would be Mr. Ivan Trezak, Tracksuit, as you like to refer to him.
Yeah, that Nigel Jones, legend of MLB Network, now living his best life out on Long Island. He's the original Tracksuit man, and I just carry on the legend there.
Yep. Great work. That concludes our cash shout-outs.
That's the crew.
Folks, what that means is that it's time to give this little scallywag a big ol' shout-out. Biko Scala, fantastic work today, and I hope to see you very soon doing a synchronized swimming routine yourself down on the field.
Could not agree more. That was once, like I said, in the moment, probably, I'm going to put it top 10 in the walk-ups. This is the 157th Banana Ball game of all time. We've seen a lot of amazing things. That was fantastic, but not as fantastic as you, Josh Talevsky. On a day that statistics matter so much, DR Meadows and the two teams both breaking a couple trick play records. DR tying the individual for all fielders at that as well. Boy, Josh Talevsky, you were absurd, my friend.
I'm always fired up to witness new history in Banana Ball, and Biko pretty fired up to return to the broadcast booth next Thursday and debut the Firefighters against the Bananas.
I'll tell you what we will bring on Thursday. We will bring our coordinating producer, Chad Reese, as well as the executive producers of BTV, which would be Emily, Jesse, Carrie Cole, as well as Jared Orton. And real quick, a big special thanks to Noah Fisher and Sean Fluke for hopping on the mic, and Sam Bauman for flying all over this beautiful ballpark and giving us a plethora of really great hits down below. For everybody in Bananas Television, thank you more than anyone, the fan, for hanging out with us on this Sunday. It was a blast. Both chats were going wild. Really cool conclusion to the battle for Columbus, Ohio, which the Nanners take 2 games out of 3. A 4-3 thriller. DR, your showman of the day, with a thrilling final play as he nails Noah Fisher at the dish with a perfect throw. It will be the Savannah Bananas versus the Firefighters on Thursday night right here on the YouTube. Like I said, 6:30 p.m. pregame, 7 p.m. first pitch as we introduce a third team to Banana Land. It's going to be a blast. We will see you then, and of course, we will see you later!